Hello, I'm Sherry Truhlar with Red Apple Auctions, and again this week I'm going to be talking about virtual galas, a different element. I think that this is going to be a pretty hot topic for the rest of 2020. All sorts of questions coming in about virtual galas as people undertake the process of planning for their event. So we had a comment Debbie had written on one of my last videos. She said, hey, do you have any stats on the numbers of people who attend a virtual gala versus a live event? Do you have to invite twice as many people to get the same number on? What's up? Well, as I told her, no, I don't have any stats at this point in time. Personally, I don't. But I do think it helps to understand a little bit about the landscape of virtual events and how the process works. Doesn't mean that it will be this way in 2 weeks. It could change. But this is generally what I've seen thus far and why attendance gets a little wonky depending on what type of a virtual event you're hosting. Okay, so let's say for the purposes of discussion here that there's 3 styles of virtual galas. Sometimes I talk about 4, but we'll just say 3 right now. You have your pre-recorded events where you might have several videos. Everybody has a video content, right? You get a video from the executive director, from the board president. You've got a mission-focused video. You piece it all together and you say, hey, this is our show and it's going to go live at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Watch it on Facebook. More or less, you've got a TV show and you're going to broadcast it at a certain period of time. That's a pre-recorded event. Another style of virtual event is when what we see most often on YouTube is a live stream that's broadcast out to Facebook or to YouTube, and you're watching people live right then and there. They're doing the show. It's like Saturday Night Live, if you will. It's a live stream happening right now. That would be what I call a studio-based live stream, and that studio is your nonprofit headquarters. It might be the actual studio, a production studio. It might be a school. It might be the venue where you always host your event and you're just using that as your studio. And all these people, the audio and visual team, the tech team is coming in to shoot you with a camera and everybody else for this event. The third type is what I'll call I feel like it's a closed virtual event, and that's a webinar styled event. You are inviting people to participate, but they're going to participate in a webinar or what looks like a webinar. It isn't really a webinar, but it looks like a webinar. And they will you'll invite people to register for this event. Tickets might be free, but you're selling tickets at $0. People register, and the way that they register is through your event management, your auction software, right? Once they have registered, then you have this email list, and you send them a link to the webinar virtual event. And sometimes, even when they click that link and go over to it, then you're asking them, well, you are asking them for a password, but then you may also ask them to re-register at that time. You can even, say, what's your name? How are you logging in? And all of that sort of thing. So you're almost kind of getting a duplicate registration. Depends on the system, depends on how you set it up, but that's just one way of doing it. So with these webinar-styled virtual galas, it's set up a little bit differently. You're not publishing that link anywhere. People have to register before they get the link. So when we think about this, a webinar-based virtual gala, people are registering and being sent the link. So what I have seen thus far, at least with the schools that I've worked for, they have had the same or greater attendance. If they had 200 people attending their event in the past, 200 individuals, persons, they may have 100 logins, which is the same as 200 people, right? Because most people are part of a couple. So the advantage of the free tickets, however, does expand the reach. So in some cases, they have been able to get greater attendance because now maybe teachers who originally couldn't or didn't want to pay $150 to attend the virtual gala, or maybe they could attend for free based on school policy, but they had to pay for their spouse to come with them for $150 and they didn't want to do that. Or maybe grandparents who are living outside the area who didn't want to fly in for the gala or didn't want to pay $150 to attend the gala. Now they can participate in the virtual gala as well. Doesn't mean that they're going to give money. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But from an attendance standpoint, you have a greater attendance to the gala for this now free fundraiser. In a studio-based event, it's a little bit different. chances are you have publicized that link in lots of places. You say, hey, join us at 8 o'clock on Saturday night with this live stream link. You may put it on Facebook. You may put it out in email. You may have it on your website. People don't need to register for that event unless they want to. If they want to bid in the live auction, if they want to make a donation, then they need to register in your event management software. Otherwise, you're just putting the link out there. I've done this many times. I've watched many live streamed virtual galas. They didn't know I was there. I just went to the Facebook page, clicked the link, boom, under events, there I am watching their live stream. So that's where the attendance gets a little wonky, because we understand in the webinar they aren't going to get the live stream link unless they register. But in the case of a studio-based virtual gala, your chances are not really able to control as well, letting people view that. So you may have, I don't know, well, we'll say 100 registrations in your auction software, which is, we'll say 200 people, right? One person is registering on behalf of both of the individuals living in their household. So you might have 100 people registered in the auction software. Maybe you've got 100 viewers, you can see it on Facebook, and you have another 100 viewers on YouTube. Who are these people? You don't know. You won't know unless they take the time to register in the software because they want to make a contribution, or unless they make some random comment in the chat, and then you'll be like, oh, hey, this person is talking to us and they're not in the auction software. So you don't have that cross-reference as well, because people can view, as I many times have, view a live streamed event, but never let the nonprofit know that they were there. Okay, so attendance is greater, but who are these people? Don't know. The same is true for the pre-recorded events, because those events, that show is already pre-recorded. It's going to be broadcast at 7 o'clock. At that point in time, they're inviting people to watch the live stream. And so when people are participating, by donating, they have to register in the software to make that donation. Usually, there's some other ways around it. You can invite people to a donate now button and so forth, but most people are asking them to, hey, now's an important time to give. Go over to this place, register so that you can make a contribution. That's usually how it's being held. So again, you don't know who's watching until they register in the auction software. So this is why this whole thing with attendance and who to invite, it gets a little strange. But this is much I do know. If you have done a good job of donor development and you've maintained your connection with folks and you've talked about your COVID-19 story and you are speaking to your mission, those donors who believe in your mission are going to follow you regardless of the format that you choose. They will follow you to a virtual gala format, and they will follow you out of a virtual gala format because they believe in your mission, and you've done a good job of educating them as to why their donations are so critical. So as we go down this winding path of virtual galas, maybe we'll get some greater statistics on how many to invite to get this, or maybe those statistics will depend on the type of virtual gala that you put on. But for right now, I can say that your biggest, strongest supporters, your loudest supporters, the ones who will scream from the rooftop for you, are still going to scream from the rooftop for you in a virtual gala format, whatever that is. They'll take the time to register because they want to find a way to make a donation to you. All right. I'm Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. For more information on virtual galas, I've got a whole free class that you can watch. Lots of great pre-work and videos that you can really get a sense of all the different styles of galas out there. Look for that on my website. Right now it's on a pop-up that will greet you as soon as you log on to redappleauctions.com. Look forward to having you part of the community. As always, good luck to you in your nonprofit gala.